It is safe to say that Barcelona are not right now in the best position possible. We're going to face a very difficult match against Sevilla in la Copa del Rey, and one which I'm honestly going to be prepared for. I obviously like elimination competitions because it takes the risk and it takes the value of every match to its full potential, and that's why I'm 1,000 times more excited for this game than the one that we played against Girona last weekend. So now, with that being said, let's talk about everything that you need to know before that game, that very crucial game coming tomorrow. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? Boys here, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And I gotta be honest with you, in Bournemouth, it has not been the prettiest of days. It has been raining 24/7 and the sky has always been grey. So probably this is the thing that I've been looking most forward into the day, because I'm very excited about tomorrow's game. I'm very excited overall, I think more for the Champions League, but this is just like a real taste of what Barcelona is going to possibly face in that next competition, because we may struggle as well. We don't know what's gonna happen, and if we get put into a sticky situation like today, I want to see how Barcelona respond. So that for me is the most important thing. We already heard a lot of different statements from Lionel Messi saying that they want the support from the fans tomorrow in the Camp Nou, that they are gonna need us to help them come back. So I think that we may see a very good performance tomorrow. I'm not too sure. It depends on how well this Sevilla side turns out to be. So, well, having said that, be sure to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe if you want to support this channel. But now let's take a look at the most important thing for tomorrow's game, and that in my eyes has to be which Barcelona team is going to turn up. Are we going to see a Barcelona team which looked very similar to Girona, which in all honesty I'm very surprised a lot of you did agree with me saying that the performance was not the best? Or are we going to see a Barcelona team like the one that turned up on Wembley, you know, and completely demolished Spurs in the blink of an eye? Well, certainly I feel that we are going to see this second Barcelona team, because like I mentioned previously, we talked about these statements from Lionel Messi, but also the squad list suggests that Ernesto Valverde does deem this game to be a little bit more important than the one the media points it out to be. And let's not be mistaken, we are Barcelona and we have done crazy stuff before, so I wouldn't be surprised if we can win by 3 goals or more this game. We've, at the end of the day, gone and have the biggest comeback in the history of the sport by beating PSG 6-1 at our own stadium in the Champions League 2 seasons ago. So I do believe that there is a chance for this team to make it happen and really progress to the next stages of La Copa del Rey, which in all honesty for me, like I say, it is important. It is important because we need to compete on all 3 fronts. We need to demonstrate that we are a better club than the rest, and to do so we gotta compete on every single competition. However, on the other hand, we must remember that we are going to face a very deadly Sevilla team. This is not going to be a game like the one against Levante, a Levante side that could be consumed, you know, by the spectacle that is to play at the Camp Nou. This Sevilla team, they've done things before. They've went to Old Trafford, they beat them at their own stadium, and they have been playing the most games of the entire Spanish First Division. That is because they had to go through qualifiers in the Europa League, and that means that they have more traction. They understand the better methods of Pablo Machín, and they're at a better level that I believe that we've seen Sevilla since a very long time. You could see Sampaoli reaching this level. No, I don't think so. I think this Machín side is much better than the one we saw with Sampaoli. So I'm very nervous per se as well, because this is not going to be an easy game. This is going to be a very demanding one. We must also take into consideration the players that we are going to face. We're going to face Andrés Silva, a top striker this season. We're going to be facing Wissam Ben Yedder, which is absolutely the same, one with a little more of associative power, which therefore allows people like Pablo Sarabia to do their own stuff. Pablo Sarabia has suffered a minor injury, however, we don't know whether he's going to start, but I know that if there is the chance that Machín can utilize him for this game, he will do it, because he's that of an important player. Ever Banega at the back will also command the strings, and I feel that in this game we may see the incorporation of someone like Arturo Vidal to block him from doing exactly that. Ever Banega is a player that if he's on his day, he can really command a midfield, and I don't want to take too much risk in this game, because one goal put us out at a huge disadvantage. If Sevilla scores, let's say, the very first goal, Barcelona will have to then go and score 4, which is not gonna be easy. You may be thinking about, yeah, we're Barcelona, we can do this, but what's the last time we've scored 4 goals? Not against a team like your typical Huescas and stuff like that, with no offense to Huesca fans if you're ever watching this. But yeah, it's been a long time. I feel that against Manchester City, well, Real Madrid was probably the last one, but that's a Real Madrid team which didn't even touch the toes of the Sevilla side. So we talk about a great Sevilla team, we must then talk about the best team that Barcelona can put out on this game, and that's what we're gonna do exactly right now. Let's take a look at the potential 11 I believe Ernesto Valverde could put up on the Camp Nou tomorrow in the second leg of this Copa del Rey quarterfinal, and I'm gonna go with Jasper Cillessen in goal, which in all honesty, I think this game is huge for him because it could potentially be the last game Jasper Cillessen plays at Barcelona. And why do I say this? That is because what happens if we go out of a Copa del Rey? What happens if we don't manage to come back? Jasper Cillessen is gonna be wasted and then being at the bench for the rest, because for the Champions League, for La Liga, Tercero will mostly be there always. So I believe that Jasper Cillessen really has to play the best game of his life probably, and I bet he's going to do it as well. In the right back position, I think that's where Valverde is going to have a huge debate, because we know that Sergio Roberto, with his huge appearances for incredible occasions, like Barcelona's victory in the last minute at Santiago Bernabeu 3-2, or the last winning goal that we had against PSG in La Remontada, he has always been there. However, when we're facing this team against Sevilla, a team with a wonderful 2 fullbacks in Sergio Escudero and also Jesus Navas, I feel that the pace and the complete versatility that Nelson Semedo can bring us both in attack and defense is something that we must not pass out on. However, I will still understand if Ernesto Valverde starts Sergio Roberto because of the reasons that I previously mentioned, but I prefer Nelson Semedo. The 2 center backs for tomorrow's game are going to be Gerard Piqué and Clement Lenglet, and through the left, Jordi Alba. The midfield 3 in my eyes is going to be conformed of Sergio Busquets, Ivan Rakitic and Arturo Vidal, even though I would like to give a nod and a little mention to Arthur because I feel that he could also start this game very well and I wouldn't have any problem with it. I would prefer to like and see, and also I'm putting myself on the shoes of Ernesto Valverde, a person who has not been taking too many risks here and there, you know, like in the Roma game putting Sergio Roberto and Nelson Semedo both for the right hand side. He knows, he understands that we're going to face a very demanding game style that Sevilla are going to put out on that field tomorrow. A Sevilla side which are going to be very intense on the pressure, and Arturo Vidal can help us to do so. Although Arthur can also have their own set of skills to try and get past that, I feel that someone like Arturo Vidal can give us an extra little bit more on defense, because like I mentioned, one goal could be the end between us going through to the next stages or getting us out. The dynamic here between Arturo and Arthur could be that we could see Vidal play in the very first few minutes of this game. Let's say Barcelona get to 2-0 and then we go to extra time, or it's kind of like minute 60 and Ernesto Valverde decides to put Arthur on the field just to then keep the complete control of the ball for the remaining of the game basically, and just put the final dagger into Sevilla to basically just crumble the possibilities of Sevilla going through. And up front is where I also have a very big decision to make if I'm Ernesto Valverde. Do I decide to go with Philippe Coutinho, the player that right now has not been performing to the best of his abilities, although everybody in the camp want him to do good? Or should I go with somebody that, well, might be a little bit more random in what he can perform, but still could be a very big chance, and I know he's going to work 100% in Malcolm? Well, I believe that Valverde is still going to incline for Philippe Coutinho. Right now, we don't have anything else on the back. I believe that Ousmane Dembélé, if he was fit, he would be starting this game no matter what. Or if I want to be a little bit more exciting, I can put Arturo Vidal and Arthur both in the side, replacing one of our attacking positions. Well, it's really kind of up there in the air, this front three, or what is going to happen. Are we going to play with a 4-3-3, a 4-1-2-1-2? It's up in the air. However, that player position, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to put a poll on the screen right now for you to decide who would you like to see being that third player in attack. Would you like to see Philippe Coutinho, Malcolm, or Vidal/Arthur? And of course, the other twos are going to be Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi, but I don't think I even need to mention them, right? Boom. So having said all this, who do I think is going to win? How do I think the match is going to go? And what does Barcelona need to get those? Oh my god, if this was La Liga, if I said the 3 points, it would have rhymed so good. But this is la Copa del Rey. Okay. I think that Barcelona needs to try and take this game from the scruff of the neck, from the get-go. We have to go there and give it all. You know, we have to be there a little bit risky at the start. But if we get 1 goal, 2 goals in the very first 20, 15 minutes, like Milan are doing right now with Napoli, which Piatek, oh my god, Piatek. I'm seeing the game while I'm recording this video, and woof, Piatek has been putting a very, very good performance. But well, Barcelona's case, I feel we need to do the same, because let's remember that even though if Sevilla score a goal, then we have to score 3, but we're drawn, and they still go through. This is what I hate from the away goals rules, but that's how it is. We may see like a Roma situation where we draw the tie, but we still get eliminated. So there is no chance for Barcelona to make mistakes at the start. And I believe we have to show a really good intensity from the very first minute. Then Sevilla, the ball is on their pitch, you know. If they get scared, if they feel that, oh, no, once again, Barcelona are going to beat us. Well, I believe that that could be also a way that we can get into them and then open up the breach for more goals. But all of those situations, all of those different alternatives and scenarios all come hand in hand with Barcelona showing that intensity, and that is something that we didn't see against Girona. So if they can turn it up, well, good on them, you know. But I'm a little bit worried. But I trust this team. I trust this Barcelona side, and I trust them to win. I trust Barcelona to win tomorrow 4-1. So hopefully guys you find this video interesting, and if you did and you enjoyed, be sure to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe for more content. And if you didn't, well, drop us a dislike and tell us in the comment box down below why do you think that this video was not good enough and how we can improve. This is the most important thing always, so I very, very much would appreciate it. Having said that, this is going to be the last time for you to enter your questions for the Q&A. I'm going to be starting to already edit and produce the video as soon as this one finishes. So please, if you haven't done so already, drop your questions that you would like me to answer on that video for Friday. A Q&A to celebrate the 5,000 subscribers this channel has gotten this year. And with that, I'm getting the hashtag out of here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.